Hello and welcome to Bassman 51 Able Bass Showcase. I'm showing off some basses that are going to be sold, and some I'm just showing because they're my personal franchise basses. And if you wish to buy them, if you make me an offer I can't refuse, they will become unfranchised. When I say franchise, that means that um, they're going to be my personal collection. But these right here, these 1, 2, and 3 and 4 bases, those are going to what I call the bass hospital. The reason why this bass is awesome, this is my Condor bass. I call it Miss Balti, so y'all can know what to look up on the video. Call it Miss Balti. And I put a Tone Monster preamp in there with some Bartolini pickups and some pickup guards around the pickup, around the pickup cavity. It's an awesome sounding bass. You can't, when I say awesome, is awesome. This is the one I call Little Big Duck. It's a 5-string roll gear. They don't make them no more on this style. If they do, I don't know about it. Somebody let me know if they do. I might go pick up another one. But this is the 5-string roll gear. I call it the Little Big Duck. Reason why I call it a Little Big Duck, because it's the 5-string version of a 4-string that I have that I call the Little Duck. But anyway, this one, you can't see it because it's so dark right there, but it's right there. I'm gonna take the preamp out because it's shot. It sounded terrible. It's the original preamp in there. I'm gonna take it out and put in the Bartolini, or I might just put a Tone Monster down in there on those EMG pickups. This one is called Mr. Spalty. Mr. Spalty is a swing technology bass. That's the technical name for it. Swing bass they call it, but it's called the swing technology bass, and it's an awesome bass. I call it Mr. Spalty. This one has a Tone Monster in it, and I'm thinking about taking it out and putting the Bartolini or Agate down in there. I just don't know just yet, but I might put that Bartolini down in there. This one right here is called, it's a Stingray 5 Sterling by Music Man. It's the one of the lower ends of the Music Man, but it's an awesome sounding bass. Nothing wrong with this one besides it look naked, and I'm putting a custom made pick guard on there with my Flying Duck logo that I have, that they're gonna put on there for me, and then it will be back up and running. If you want to buy it, I can always take the custom duck pick guard I'm planning on putting on there off and put the original black pick guard back on there. It's retrofit, so it won't be anything that will alter the original bass in the body. These babies up here is my franchise bases. Every bass I'm getting ready to say to announce is my franchise bases. This one is called, it's a Warrior, and I call it Buckeye, even though it is bird's eye maple, bird's eye on the fretboard and bird's eye on the body. I just call it Buckeye, my technical name for it. But it's a franchiser. That's a Warrior. Woo, you got to make me some offers. I can't refuse to get these babies. This one right here next to it is called, it's a Roscoe 5-string. It's one of the older version, but it's killing with tone. And I call it Miss Duck. Why? Because it has that sweet tone, and it's a sweet looking bass, and it sounds just like it looked sweet. So that's a franchiser. This one is not a franchiser, but I'm almost getting ready to make it become one if nobody buy it before I officially take it off the market in about a week or two. This one is called Jack Jack, Big Jack Jack. It's MTD 635. You can't beat it, and you know there's nothing wrong with the MTDs. They come ready to play, and and when you sell them, they ready to be played after you sell them. Make me an offer I can't refuse. I'm gonna give you a hint on how to bid for it if you wish to get it. That bass, goes for $4,000, $4,000, $5,000. I'm gonna let it go for $2,800. Man, y'all can't beat that for a real MTD. 6-string on top of that, all original. Give me $2,800 and you can have it. But that's a temporary offer, and I may not be selling it after a couple of days after you see it on the line. Big Jack Jack. Look it up on the Bassman 51 Able YouTube site. Put in Bassman 51 Able videos, and then when they open up, you just put in Big Jack Jack, and you will see the video on it, the before and after, or whatever I done to him. This one is the Big Duck. This is a Pete Shaw bass. It's a custom bass that would never leave my collection because it has my custom logo on it. Pete Shaw built it and had it specially made for me. It's an awesome bass. I just wanted to show it off. It's an awesome bass. So that logo you see on this one is going to be like the logo that's going to be going on the Music Man that's over in the corner. All right, this one here, this bass is called the Tune bass. It's come from Canada about a year or so ago, no more than 15 months or so, and I took all the original guts out of it and put in the Bartolini 4.6 and the Bartolini pickups. If you want to get burned like you're on the stove when you're playing that baby, that's what you're gonna get, because that baby plays like fire. So if you want to make an offer, make that offer to me. It's a franchiser, but like I said, make me an offer I can't refuse. I might let them go. This is a franchiser, but like I said, I'll let them go if the offer is right. This is another swing bass. Both of these are swing basses, technology bass. I call this one the blue one you see. I call this one the Kanisha bass. I left everything like it was besides the preamp, and I put the Aguilar down in there. And when I put the Aggie in there, y'all gonna want that bass. Look at the video before video and after it went to the bass hospital. And this is the black one. I called it Black Spalty. Black Spalty because it's a black Spalty bass. And I just figured what name would fit it right, would go good with this one besides its own name. So I call it Black Spalty. And I put in a Bartolini preamp on this one, the 4.6, and I left everything else as it is, so you would know. But I'm gonna swing back over here. Woo, I'm breathing hard trying to get it in. These are carving basses. This one, and this one. All three of them are franchises, but you can sure enough make me an offer if you can. But this one here, it's a franchise bass. It's a SB5000. It's one of my, it's the one that started it all for me for tone wise. It's the SB5000. I called this one Save Brother, the Save Brother, and I put in Bartolini 4.6 in this one, and that's about it. This one is my franchiser that won't go nowhere like the Big Duck, but everything have a price, as they say. A Carvin SB5000, I call this one the Bishop bass. Underneath the fret wrap, got my name under there, Bishop Duck, and that's why I call it the Bishop bass. But I had it custom built for me from Carvin to begin with, and then I had it custom out with all the hardware. I have a 4.7 preamp in this one with special built Bartolini Lakeland style pickups in there, but they are actually Bartolini custom bass. That pickup, the big one there, the hamburger style one, is specially built. It's not the normal size pickup. It's a little bit larger, and underneath the bell it has a Bartolini pickup under there on the style similar to the Lakeland, but those are custom pickups. If you want to hear it, go online and put in the Bishop bass, the SB5000 Bishop bass, and you will hear how he sounds. This one I call honey bass. Why? Because look how it look like honey and syrup. That's a honey bass. It's the SB5000. I bought it from the great bass player Greg Collier. Greg Collier is an awesome bass player, and we just thank God for him. And so I took all the silver off of it. He had bronze on it when he had it, and when I purchased it from him about a year or so ago, I turned everything from there and put brass on, gold on it, and I stuck the original carbon preamp back in it. He had put in the Bartolini, and I took the Bartolini out, put the regular carbon preamp back in there, and the Bartolini that went in this one that Greg had in there, I took it out and put in this one. In other words, I just switched the rhenium. I switched them around. Awesome bass. This one I won't sell, even if you make me an offer on it. This is a Lakeland 5502. It's the lower end Skyline. But the reason why this one is so special is because I had them before they started doing rosewood necks on these 5502 Skyliners. I had them to put a custom rosewood neck on there and the special inlays with extra cherry burst paint job on the back and on the front. But the back is so dark, it looks really sweet. And everything on here is original, but I call it the Kim Kim bass because it's named after my oldest daughter. And we ask you to keep our family in prayer because she has passed away about 3 years ago. So that's my honor to her. She loved orange, and so that's why you see the orange wrap. And that's her bass, Kim Kim bass, my eldest daughter. Okay, this one here is the Tobias. It's called Mr. T. Make me an offer. He also is a franchiser, but he can be bought like anything else. If I make me an offer, I can't refuse. This is the actual Tobias bass before he sold it to Gibson or Ibanez, whichever one of the companies he sold it off to. Pre-Gibson, I think that's what it was. But this is one of the last batches that went out before he sold his name to Gibson. So, therefore, Mr. T, go online, you will check it out, ask for the video, and make me an offer if you wish to try to go for it. Otherwise, it's still my collection in my franchise. Okay, now we're next to it. It's the 4-string Squier, Fender Squier jazz bass made on the style of the 70s, and I left it originally, but this is, I call this one Grace, because Gracie number 2, because I had it before. I got rid of it, it came back, so I renamed it the same name. I just call it Gracie number 2. It's a passive bass, but it got baritone knobs on it. They call baritone knobs that make the pickups split, and it makes it also sound active. But it's passive bass. Great bass. Go online, put in Gracie number 2, and you will see it on Bassman 51 Able videos. Gracie number 2, and you will hear it. Okay, this one is the Music Man I have not named. I just got it about a week or so ago today, and it's a Sterling Stingray 5 sub bass. It's one of the lower end, cheaper ends, but the reason why it's in this collection, because anything that I get, you know it's gonna sound good. If it don't, it's gonna sound better when God bless me to get it to the Bass Hospital and bring it back. This one have not touched. Like I said, just got here good, and it don't have a name, so I have not put a video up on this one just yet. But if you wish to purchase it, it's available for your price of the deal that I can't refuse. All right. This one is another custom bass. I have custom it out. It's the Allen Eden bass, and most gospel bass players know about the Allen Eden basses. They are great basses. Anyway, this one I call Curly 2. I had a Lakeland that was Curly Maple on it, but I changed the name and called this one Curly 2 because I got rid of the other Lakeland. And this one I had custom out. It got all Bartolinis, Bartolini 4.6 on the preamp, and also the Bartolini pickups. This bass is so awesome, I guarantee you're gonna love it. If you play it, listen to it on the videos, put in on the videos, Curly number 2 on Bassman 51 Able videos on YouTube. This one I call Little Girl. Reason why I call it Little Girl, because right next to it, I call this one Little Boy. It's a long story behind the names, but I don't need to explain it. I just want to explain the bass. Here it is, the Little Girl. I have put in a Tone Monster preamp in there, and I left the EMG pickups in there. And so I'm planning on putting her in the hospital too, to take the preamp out and stick in Aguilar or either Bartolini. I pretty much might leave it with the Aguilar. All right, and right next to it, like I said before, the Spectres, both of them are Spectre Legend bases. This one is my franchise little boy, but he's been in the collection for a long time, like the big boys you just saw. And I got him custom out and put in double coil Bartolini pickups with an Aguilar preamp. If you hear this one, you definitely gonna make me an offer because you ain't gonna want to leave it where it is. All right, and then you will have the great bass that I customized. This is another Fender Squire 5-string. Everything on it, all the hardware has been changed, upgraded, and you will see that this baby I call Mr. Bam Bam. And you remember the cartoon Flintstone with the Bam Bam was hitting everything was so strong? Well, that's why I named this one Bam Bam, because this thing bites, it hits, it got a powerful tone. And I took out the original Seymour Duncan pickups and put some hotter Seymour Duncan pickups in it, along with the Carvin preamp. The Carvin preamp booted that baby like an Aguilar. But if I had my choice of pickups or preamps, if they had me to choose, I would go with the Carvin preamp, because the Carvin preamp is more versatile. To me, this is my personal opinion, because I own the Carvins and I own Aguilar preamps inside of my basses, that the Carvin preamps are more for funk top style basses and for any style basses you want to, a genre you want to play. And I just like those Carvin preamp, but unfortunately they don't sell them separately like they used to, because if they did, I have a whole batch of them in my collection other than those Aguilars. Don't get me wrong, Aguilars are my go-to preamps if I didn't buy the Bartolinis. And of course, here's the little duck that I was telling you about, and he's the 4-string to the 5-string bass that I call the little big duck. This is the little duck. I put my own little carved animal with the Kango on it, and I call it the little duck. And I put a little duck on there, and that's why they call it the little duck with the Kango. And on this one, I left everything original as far as the pickups, but I took the bridge, changed the bridge out, the headstock out, and the preamp out, and I put in the Tone Monster preamp in this one, the new model of the Tone Monster active passive, and I have a special switch put on it that give it a boost, an extra boost. So if you heard it, you would think it's a 5-string with the tone that it gives out. So that's the little duck. This is a franchise, but anyone love just having some serious little basses around, 4 strings around that got some bite to it like a giant bass, this is your go-to bass if you wish to make an offer on it. I don't want to sell it, but franchise basses are made to sell if the price is right. All right, now you have seen part of my collection. Make me an offer. I can't refuse. And ask me if I'm still selling them by the time you decide you want to try to buy them, and you will see. Okay, let me go to the back because I missed about 4 of them. This one is a franchise base because it's custom out. I had my pick guard custom. I built this pick guard and that pick guard around the preamp cavity, and on that picture, that's my granddaughter, and I made this customed out just for her, and I named this bass the Tiana bass because of her name is Tiana, and it is a Fender 5-string Mexico jazz bass. It's called the Acombe bass. The Acombe wood on there, I mean, that's the wood that it is, the brown wood. It's Acombe wood. Then I put inside this bass all Bartolinis, 4.6 preamp, and the classic Fender pickups. And if you want to hear this bass and make an offer on it, I can always take the pick guard off and put the original uh, black pick guard back on it. Matter of fact, it didn't come with a pick guard, but I can put a regular pick guard on there just so you won't have to have the pick guard hose on there if you wish to buy the bass. But it's a franchise, but I'm willing to sell it because I can always buy me another one because I love this bass. It got an awesome sound, and I can always put the pick guard on another one that made just like that if you wish to make an offer on it. This one here is called Humpty. It is the Bryce Freak bass. That's what the actual official name is called, Bryce Freak bass. And of course, I know why it's called a Bryce Freak bass because of the well back. It's a well back and the type of wood design on there. I thought it was spalty, but I don't remember the name of this wood, the type of top it is, but it looked more like Buckeye or Burl. But nevertheless, it's an awesome sounding bass. It is custom. I made sure I customed it out, and it's going for sale. It's a franchiser too, but it's not a franchiser that it can't be sold. This one really, you can buy it without me arguing about I really don't want to sell it, don't want to sell it. But it's been customed out with the double coil pickups, Bartolini pickups, and this one I put an Aguilar in it, 3-band Aguilar. Look at the video, and I guarantee you're going to call me or send me a comment saying this is your price you would like to buy it for. Just check it out. It's called Bryce Freak Bass, but my AKA name for it is Humpty. Look at the video on Bassman 51 Able, and you would really hear that baby before and after I booted it up. This one is the Renee bass. It was the original bass in my collection. It's the second bass that I ever bought since I started playing bass for the church, for God rather. When I started playing for God, this was the second bass I bought. It's the original LTD 405, the B405. They don't make them no more. If they do, they're very rare. But this has EMG original pickups in it. And I took the original pickup out, a preamp out. I still have it in storage if somebody wants the original preamp, which it wasn't so powerful to me. And I put the Tone Monster preamp in it, and it woke it up even better. So that's what's in it right now. And in the future, if I don't decide to get rid of it, I might take that Tone Monster out and stick in a Bartolini or EMG 3-band preamp in it. It's an awesome bass. I call it the Renee bass. Go on my line, Bassman 51 Able. You can't lose if you check them out. And the last one I have here is Jack Jack. I know y'all heard the big Jack Jack. Well, this is the same name I call this one, Jack Jack number 2, because I got rid of it and God blessed me to get it back. Somehow I ran across it and it came back cheaper than what I sold it for. So I bought it back. And now it's back in the collection. That's why it's called Jack Jack number 2. It is the Traven John Moyer bass. It calls it John Moyer, the original John Moyer's Traven bass, and it got those Rockfield pickups in it, and the original Aguilar preamp that comes along with it, the original bass. So there you have it. Bassman 51 Able Bass Player Heaven Store. Basses that you would have wished to make an offer, and if you want to check them out to see how they sound, since we're going through this epidemic going around with the COVID virus, you might well go on my line and see how they sound. They still in great condition, and all those that have been booted up, you will know once you see it on the videos. You might have 2 or 3 videos of one bass of each bass, because I took them to what I call the bass player hospital a few times to get what I really definitely wanted to put in there once my money had got right. So therefore, make me an offer. I can't refuse. This is not all of them. I got a Limbic Epic missing and a couple of other basses missing, but I figure I ain't have enough room to set them all up anyway. So make me an offer. And if you don't make an offer, enjoy the basses. All right. Take it easy. We'll see you around the way. Hit me up, Bassman51Able on YouTube, and I will be able to hit you back up and let you know if your price that you offer me is okay to get it, and then we can make arrangements for you to get the bass during this terrible crisis. All right. God bless. Have a great and prosperous time. Stay safe. Keep prayed up. Don't worry about nothing. Just keep your head up. All right. Peace.